Good morning, world. Amazon. Flash briefing. Happy Thursday.
Getting the flash briefing in NPR News. Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Nora Rahm. The death toll continues to rise in rural Libya, hit by devastating floods Sunday. The Associated Press reports at least 5,500 people have died. The head of the World Meteorological Organization, Petros Kallis, said a normally operating weather forecasting system in Libya would have saved many lives.
If there would have been a normally operating meteorological service, they would have issued the warnings and also the emergency management authorities would have been able to carry out evacuation of the people, and we could have avoided most of the casualties. Of course, we cannot fully avoid economic losses, but we could have also minimized those losses by having proper services in place.
At least 9,000 people have been missing since Sunday. President Biden is preparing to deliver what the White House is calling a major economic address today. NPR's Windsor Johnson.
The president is expected to make another pitch for his economic agenda, dubbed Bidenomics. Jared Bernstein, chair of the Council of Economic Advisors, says Biden will contrast his record with failed trickle-down policies supported by congressional Republicans.
Instead of investing in the middle class, trickle-down shipped jobs overseas, hollowed out communities, and produce soaring deficits. And he'll highlight what's at stake for families as fiscal and budget debates take center stage in the weeks and months ahead.
The president's speech comes a day after he acknowledged the strain on consumers from high gas prices and stubbornly high inflation. Windsor Johnston, NPR News, Washington.
A hurricane watch is in effect along much of Maine's Atlantic coastline as Hurricane Lee approaches. It's forecast to approach New England and sections of Canada tomorrow into Saturday. Nick Song with Maine Public reports the state's largest power company is preparing for heavy rains and strong winds.
As the energy provider for more than 600,000 people, Central Maine Power's chief concern is on trees. Specifically that Lee's winds will topple trees, damage essential equipment, and cause blackouts. Dustin Lakowski, a spokesperson for CMP, says oversaturated soil caused by Maine's especially rainy summer have made trees even more susceptible to toppling over.
Some of these trees have all their leaves on them, and there is the potential for them to blow down. We have to then dispatch folks to go and make those repairs where they're necessary.
CMP says it's ready to call in dispatch crews in Connecticut and New York to assist with repairs, and is also advising residents to prepare for outages. For NPR News, I'm Nick Song in Portland, Maine.
The Commerce Department reported this morning that retail sales rose 0.6% in August, one of the biggest increases this year. Spending increased in electronics and clothes. On Wall Street at this hour, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 232 points. The S&P 500 is up 30. This is NPR News. A Georgia judge ruled today that former President Donald Trump and 16 others will be tried for election interference separately from two other defendants. Lawyers Sidney Powell and Kenneth Chesbrough has asserted their rights to a speedy trial. It's scheduled to begin October 23rd. The judge has denied their request not to be tried together. The 19 defendants are charged with violating the state's anti-racketeering law in efforts to reverse the results of the 2020 presidential election. Russia says it repelled a wave of attacks by Ukraine in and around the occupied Crimean Peninsula earlier today. NPR's Charles Maynes reports.
According to Russia's defense ministry, a Russian naval patrol vessel repelled an attack by 5 unmanned Ukrainian boats in the Black Sea. The ministry also said Russian air defenses
sending all of our jobs overseas.
11 Ukrainian drones as they attempted to strike targets in Crimea. Local residents near the town of Yevpatoria on Crimea's west coast reported various series of explosions. The apparent attacks came just a day after the Moscow-backed authorities in the occupied port city of Sevastopol said Ukrainian rockets struck a ship repair factory. Crimea has been targeted by Ukraine throughout Russia's invasion, but attacks have intensified amid an ongoing counteroffensive in Ukraine's occupied south. Charles Maynes, NPR News, Moscow.
The Kremlin confirmed today that Russian President Vladimir Putin has accepted an invitation to visit North Korea. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un met with Putin in Russia yesterday. They reportedly discussed military matters and the war in Ukraine. I'm Nora Rahm, NPR News in Washington.
Just propaganda to
Hey,
get you
it's
to watch.
Alicia Harris from Pop Culture Happy Hour. If you love NPR podcasts, you'll want...
Skip.
In NASA news, in response to a recommendation by an independent study team for NASA to play a more prominent role in understanding unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAP, the agency announced Thursday it is appointing a director of WAP research. A NASA astronaut and 2 Roscosmos cosmonauts are set to launch to the International Space Station on Friday, September 15th. The U.S. Space Agency will provide full coverage of launch and crew's arrival at the microgravity laboratory. NASA and its international partners approved the crew for Axiom Space's 3rd private astronaut mission to the International Space Station, launching from the agency's Kennedy Space Center in Florida no earlier than January 2024.
Laboratory as well.
A new study report may help NASA define and align biological and physical sciences research to uniquely advance scientific knowledge, meet human and robotic exploration mission needs, and provide benefits for all over the next decade. NASA will host a media briefing at 10 a.m. EDT on Thursday, September 14th, at the agency's headquarters in Washington to discuss the findings from an unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAP independent study team it commissioned in 2022. In weather. Currently, in Seattle it's 58 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly cloudy skies. Today, you can expect mostly sunny weather with a high of 74 degrees and a low of 52 degrees. From NASA.
How are you going to have mostly cloudy skies but mostly sunny?
By an independent
Alright, Amazon.
team for
Off. Amazon, tell us a joke.
Where should you go if your spaceship runs out of gas? Uranus.
Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous. Everybody steer clear of Uranus. Oh my god. Alright. Don't listen to them. That's no place to play around. Alright, happy Thursday everybody. Alright, hang loose.